clenching their cheeks in fear of another massively big pump for Bitcoin price. This one chart tells us something that other charts simply cannot. And it's not just shocking, it's completely bananas. And is this potentially the most groundbreaking, history-destroying chart in existence? So sit back, unbutton your tube tops, and grab some chicken wings, because it's about time that we bust. Right now, the Bitcoin price has taken a little itsy-bitsy pit stop after what is to be considered a very large pumpathon. But specifically, what is happening right now? Because there are massive charts showing us absolutely massive things. And one chart in particular that we're going to be talking about in this video is just absolutely mind-blowing, and you're not going to want to miss it. So I first want to start off with this chart, and just like we've seen after all the FOMC meetings, there is usually a big move about a week or so after these meetings, and I personally anticipate that we're about to see another one. Now, if we go back all the way beginning here in May, after these FOMC meetings, it was pretty much just major dumpage over and over and over basically after each one of these meetings within about a week or so, major dumpage. Now, again, keep in mind, the FOMC meetings have changed their tones a little bit, and I personally think that this could be the very first week or so, 7-day period or so, 7 to 10-day period after the FOMC meeting where we actually might see continued upside here. And if you look in this chart, there is quite clearly a market difference between right now and literally like the past year after these FOMC meetings. In addition to the super guppy trend flashing green for the first time here, somebody actually commented about this. If you actually look from the bottom to the top here, this was about 130% move. It did take a little bit for this trend to identify that, or for this indicator to identify it, but every time we've seen this flip this color to green, there's been at least 100% pump from the bottom. So for example, if the same thing happened here, we're already about halfway through, but it would bring us again to about 31,000. At the very least. Again, some of these, I mean, for pizza's sake, if we look here, some of them, I mean, this was about a 12,000% move for 2015, and then here in 2019 to the top here, that was about a 340% move, and then from bottom to top here, this was about a 1,500% move. That was like the entire bull market. And again, from bottom to top here, this was a little over 100%. And again, that was just the 69K nice blow off top. So nothing very big. Let's say, again, we just stop. Let's say we would get a similar 100% move. That would bring us above 31,000. So that's pretty big. I mean, the move would already be halfway over. But again, I personally believe that this relief rally could be the beginning of something even much bigger. But as we see here, Credible Crypto posted this. And again, this is just typical bear market reversal, bear market rally type stuff we're looking at here. And again, this is something we've been talking about, this idea, this concept for weeks and weeks, but continuation of this slightly uptrending price action followed by a massive bust off. And we saw that happen. We've seen it happen many times before, and we saw it as we exited the last massive bear market as well. Additionally here, with this absolutely giga indicator right now flipping green as well, you can see for the first time just now, we have seen Bitcoin rally massively every time that that's happened. Now again, there's no guarantee that this can happen, but again, this is just one more little piece of data we can throw into our handy dandy notebooks of massive bull market pumpasodes. Or bear market rally pumpasode, relief rally pumpasode type data here. And it's just very promising for the prospect of Bitcoin continuing to rise to the mid 30,000s over the next few weeks and months, as we've been talking about since Bitcoin was at 15K. And additionally here, I find this so interesting. And this is the altcoin market cap compared to Bitcoin dominance and the 10-year right here on the DXY. Basically, what this seems to be illustrating here is that Bitcoin dominance is mirroring a period before it dropped massively. Altcoin market cap is mirroring a period before it pumped massively. So that is to say, potentially, are we about to see a massive rally in altcoins? And guys, as I've been saying for years, and specifically I was saying it during the last bull market, where a lot of people didn't necessarily like that I was saying it, I was saying that Bitcoin will never get anywhere close to 90% dominance ever again, like we see right here. And I was saying that over time, altcoins will soak up more and more of market cap. And the only reason I'm saying that is because that's exactly what's been happening for like the past 6 or 7 years. And the trend is just obvious. It's not really my opinion, though. It's just kind of what's happening. It's not really, again, I get a little shocked when people say, no, that's impossible. Because, again, it's not me just coming up with some crazy idea. It's just literally what's happening. And I just think that it'll keep happening, because that's what's been happening for the past 6 years. So again, it's not really my opinion. It just seems to be what's obvious, because it's literally what's happening. For example, if I ordered a huge cheese pizza and a giant bowl of tacos, and the next day I had a massive bellyache, it's not really an opinion that I'd have a massive bellyache, right? It's just the facts. I ate too much cheese and I had too much tacos, and I ate too many tacos. I have a massive bellyache. And the same thing with these charts, with the altcoin market cap. The altcoins continue to show massive interest increases, right? Everyone's more and more interested in altcoins. And we're seeing over time this very clear chart of altcoins going up and up in terms of dominance. And again, it's not an opinion. It's just a fact. And I think this chart's really good as well from Stock Money Lizards, just showing that every single time we have one of these massive dumps, at the bottom, everyone's calling for, a crash like we've never seen. And guys, we're absolutely not out of the woods yet. I want to highlight that. However, if we end up pumping and going on a very big relief and never going below 10,000 like a lot of people believe we're going to, if that ends up being the case, it will literally be exactly what's happened every other time, where Bitcoin drops massively, right? We dropped all the way down to like 15K, and people are calling for 10K, 7K, 5K, even lower, right? And then it never happens, just like every other time in history. And this chart illustrates it perfectly, right? Been in a recession before. This will be a recession like we've never seen before. International bans, China, everyone's going to ban it. And then Mt. Gox, right? There's always some narrative of why Bitcoin is just going to die. And they don't seem to ever pan out. And so if we get this 9th rate hike in a row, a 25 basis point hike coming up in March, if we get this, it'll put the Fed's rate up into a new range of roughly about 5%. The last time the federal funds rate was this high was in September of 2007. And I think many of you know what was September of 2007, right before something very, very big that changed a lot of people's lives. So how will that come into effect? Will that potentially be the time where Bitcoin finally decouples and actually has its use case? Because remember when Bitcoin was created, right after 2008, as a response to 2008. And now we're almost getting a complete mirror of that. How will it perform? Will it potentially, for the first time in history, start doing basically what it was created to do? And that would require decoupling. And as well, if we take a look on this chart, it's obvious that everyone has different opinions on where we are right now. But I guess I'm just curious where you believe we are in terms of Bitcoin's current position, in terms of the stock market's current position. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on these ghost notifications so these absolute time-sensitive alerts. If you want to learn how to trade, make sure to click the links popping up or in the description below. If you click my links for either BITGET or BitGet below, you get 0 trading fees for spot, massive deposit bonuses up to over 55,000 combined with all of the different links, and even just some free sign-up bonuses that just require an email and a password that you create, and that's all you need. Without any further ado, that's it for me.